Hello and welcome. Glad to have you here. I hope you are all doing well. I've just visited a friend, and on my way home now, I'm thinking it's maybe worth it to share some things from this visit. Yeah, my friend is very concerned and he worries a lot about the, let's say, world situation. So there is this still, since more than 4 years, ongoing war in Ukraine. Now we have the this escalating conflict in the Middle East. Yeah, and he fears that the whole thing might turn into a full blown world war, or that world economy might collapse and things like that. And yeah, I think everything is possible here, but the point is, where does worrying about it all the time lead to? And I told him a story, and the story goes like that. There is a man walking in the streets, and in the town square, he sees a preacher, and the preacher is shouting, "The end is near, the end is near. Sky is falling down on us, will smash us all and everything that exists. The end is near, the end is near. Prepare for the end." The man thinks, religious bullshit. Yeah, this is, yeah. He goes home and finds that he cannot fall asleep because he is thinking about what the preacher says. He's fearing that there might be some truth about it. And he tries to fight these worries back, but nothing works. The next day, he goes to a friend who is a scientist and tells him about what the preacher said. And the scientist laughed and said, "Yeah, the sky cannot fall down. It's gases. The sky begins here on the ground where we stand. It's a mix of different gases. That nothing can fall down. It's not a dome that can fall down. What might happen is that asteroids fall down on Earth, but we have modern telescopes which detect asteroids years before they might be a danger. So don't worry, don't worry." Very rational. And the man goes home and still cannot fall asleep. Yeah, he intellectually understands what the scientist said, but the worries are still there. On the next day, the man goes to a Zen master, tells him about the preacher and what the scientist said, and yeah, the Zen master answers, "Well, I think the scientist is right, and the probability is very, very low that something is going to happen. But ultimately, I don't know. But if you worry about it or not, doesn't prevent things from happening. So if the sky falls down tomorrow, it falls down. If you worry about it today or not, doesn't change anything. So why worry? Why? You see, the eagle worries too, I think. So why worry? It makes no sense. You cannot prevent things from happening that are beyond your control. So isn't it better to focus on things that you can change in your direct environment, being kind to people, things like that, instead of worrying about things that happen anyway, if you worry or not? Isn't it much better to spend your time in a more meaningful way than worrying? And then the Zen master pours some tea in a cup and says, "Here, have some tea." Mm. Thanks for watching.